Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia, and today we're back on Frostbite working on another speed build. You guys can probably already tell by the title of the video, we're making a recycling plant, which this is a TRASHCORE island, so you're probably wondering, like, why am I making a recycling plant? Because it's ironic, and I really want to. So, hope you guys liked today's video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and all that fun stuff. But here's where we're going to be building today. We're going to be making it right on the top right corner of my map, and essentially this build wasn't even my idea. I'm going to be completely honest. The last two builds I've done on this channel have both been inspired by recommendations that you guys have given me on stream. So, yeah. Someone said, you should do a recycling plant. No one said how I should make it or, like, how to incorporate it, but I thought a recycling plant on a trash island just kind of seemed a little perfect. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. And I'm incorporating my museum because I wasn't quite sure how to incorporate my museum on this island, if I'm being completely real. And I think that making the museum a recycling plant sounds kind of perfect. So that is what we're doing. And I don't have a lot of space to work with. It's quite a small area. So I built up this cliff because I kind of wanted it to be sectioned away from the trash part of the island. So I made this cliff. It actually fit perfectly. You know, Animal Crossing, you know how things rarely ever like work out perfectly in terms of symmetry. So did that quickly, grabbed an incline, and I used two inclines in this build on either side of the cliff. Not sure if I'm going to be keeping both or just be using one, because I only have 3 inclines left after this, I think. And I have a couple areas left to build, so I'm not sure if 3 inclines is going to be enough, so I might have to sacrifice one.
Oh yay, I'm a sacrifice!
And get rid of it. But if you guys have tried to put an incline to line up with your museum, like, entrance, you know it doesn't work. So I decided instead to put the inclines on either side of the cliffs, and it looks so good. It looks so good. I really love how it looked. But so I put the first one, it quickly time traveled, and then I'm extending the cliff out 1 because I realized I wanted to put more items on the top of the cliff where the museum is, and 2, it just looked better. I felt like the incline was sticking out a little bit, so quickly fixed that, and then we grabbed another incline. And essentially what I'm doing for this area is I wanted to make I'm using a lot of the trash bins, like a particular type of trash bin you guys will see me use in a bit. And I wanted to put like little, you know, like when you go to a recycling plant, like if you go to drop off recycling items, you have like areas where you put like certain items. So that's what we're doing. And then I quickly customize some of the fences, and I have this recycling design I downloaded. Couldn't find a single recycling design I liked, but I like this one because it's a little unique and a little rundown, and I liked it. I thought it was cute, so I quickly put that on a couple of fences. I'm going to be putting it on some poster stands in a little while. And now I'm customizing a lot of simple panels, and we're going to be putting the simple panels in front of the cliffs like I've been doing across this whole island. And we're using this kind of like checkered block design, and yeah, it looks really good. Honestly, like I know this is a very small area, but I wanted it to look very clean. Like, this area doesn't look clean in the end, but I wanted this area to look a little different than the other spots I've had on my island, so it looks a little more put together than some of the other spaces. I still do incorporate some dropped items, I still include some of my cockroaches and stuff, but I wanted this to seem as if, like, it's a little bit cleaner, which is kind of like the intended purpose typically of a recycling plant, to clean up the area, which makes the irony of putting a recycling plant on a TRASHCORE island even funnier.
Right.
Like I said, we're putting these like sections. So we're gonna have sections for cans and bottles. We're gonna have a section for plastics. We're gonna have a section for paper. And it's kind of like when you go to a recycling plant and you have these sections for where you drop off items. We're using the steel trash can. Like I said, we're using a particular type of trash can, and I'm putting 2 of each trash can, and I customize them with these little logos that actually are part of the in-game custom designs. And like I said, one of them is for bottles and cans, the second one is for plastics, and the third one is for paper. I love how this is actually a custom design in-game, so I really didn't have to do anything other than just customize them. And like, look how good that looks. It's such a small detail, but you can see them. Like, there's your bottles, there's the plastics, there's the papers, and then we'll be putting tons of items in front of them to kind of like match it. And like, I know that recycling plants are like usually very big and extensive buildings, so I put some of the tanks on either side in the white just because it matched the museum. And then I put some utility poles, and then I'll be putting some construction scaffoldings too, in just the basic like colorway, because I wanted to add some height to this space, basically to make the entire building look very big. I don't know. You can't exactly hide the museum. It's usually very difficult to hide a building this large, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. And like I made it look a little more industrial, if that's like possible. I like it. Like, it looks pretty good, right? And then just to cover the sides of the building, I'm putting some castle walls. I haven't really used the castle items on this island very much, just in a couple of spaces, but I think putting the castle walls right here kind of sections off the space from like the subway stop that I have on the other side, and then putting it on the other side kind of sections off the area from the beach. I'm just trying to make the area look very full and big. And give the illusion that it's a large building, which I feel like with the castle items just kind of making up the sides of the cliff, that looks a little bit better. And it goes with the color scheme that I have going with like the gray and everything. So it looks really good. It looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. So moving on to the front of that area, like I said, I did put that castle, the castle items there, and then I put that little poster design with the recycling bin on either side of the recycling plant. And then for the construction scaffolding, I decided to put a couple of like recyclable items. The main recycle items I use for this build are the decorative bottles in various different colors and the recycled paper bundle, because obviously the decorative bottles just look like bottles you can donate to the recycling plant, and then the recycled paper bundles obviously look like newspapers that you wrap up and donate to. So kind of doing that. And as you can see, I'm sectioning off the areas for what is like donatable, and I do use some bottle crates throughout the course of the build, because bottle crates kind of like look as if like they're like the crates that you donate recyclable items in, but also just because I wanted a little more height to some of the items I'm placing down. And I'm still making this area look messy with like how I place items, but at the same time it looks a little more structured than the rest of the island where everything is very hazardly thrown down. And then for this area, because obviously cardboard boxes are something you also donate, I didn't have an area for my cardboard boxes, so I really just put a ton of cardboard boxes and different cardboard furniture along the bottom right hand corner, because like I said, even though I wanted this area to look a lot more put together than the other areas on my island, I still wanted it to feel very clustered and cluttery, and I feel like I managed to make that work. So I used various different cardboard items, and like, you know, when you go to a like recycling thing, people typically like bring carts, so I put some shopping carts here. I feel like that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like when people go to donate, like, or if you go to like a grocery store, or you go to a store that has like like a donation center for your recyclables. You're able to bring them in like a shopping cart.
Sure, Jan.
I've never actually been to a recycling center, so I'm just kind of going based off what I think works. And then I put those rolling carts because they have the cardboard boxes, and I think it makes sense. Like I said, I'm just going off what I think a recycling center looks like. And then, like I said, I have these little posters with the recycling design on them, and I realized I didn't have any street lights, so I just put the round street lights just to make it a little different, because I've been just using the regular street lights on this island. But I think the round street lights give it a little more, you know, I don't know, looks a little nicer. It could be like as if you're like, they're like specialty bulbs in the round street lights, because this area is more like, you know, impressive than the rest of the island. It's really not, but like we'll just pretend that it is. And then just to complete this space, I threw a couple more decorative bottles on top of some bottle crates. And I did go around and replace some of the decorative bottles with some customized with logos on them, as you can see. And then just to finish my area, because I hadn't decorated with them yet, we're throwing out a couple of trash bags, because, you know, my island isn't complete without trash bags. Obviously, trash bags aren't typically seen at a recycling plant because everything's supposed to be like sorted, but we're just pretending as if like these are a couple of trash bags that like just accidentally got like sifted through the trash, you know? Like, I don't know, I think it makes sense. And then I'm throwing a couple of scattered papers. I customized the newspaper design on them, and it's kind of like loose papers that just kind of got like left out from like the recycled bundles. You know, it's cute. It's cute. And then I do go around and customize some of the floor tiling and replace them with some cardboard box designs and other things, as you'll see in the final walkthrough. And the last thing I'm doing is putting a couple of dropped items. So I put some empty cans down, just because the empty cans look as if like, once again, just like lost pieces of recyclables that kind of like got mixed up. And because I didn't have anything in the middle here for the plastics, I put some tires. I'm now realizing that tires are rubber and not plastic, but I wanted to put something, so I feel like it looks okay. If you don't think about it too much, it makes sense, but it's fine. It's fine. It works. It works. It looks good. I like how it looked, and that's it. So, alright, so then I quickly time travel to later on in the day when it's like nice and overcasted and nighttime and snowy, and I'm really happy with the way that this area turned out. So without further ado, let's do the final walkthrough, and I hope that you guys enjoy. Alright, that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Loved how this area turned out, and we're getting one step closer to finishing this island. Only a couple builds left, and I would like to thank a huge thank you to whoever recommended me doing this build, because I think it just turned out so perfect. So if you guys liked today's video, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you're notified of when I upload and when I stream. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!